Greetings, Zimbabwe, and welcome to Zimbabwe Daily on yet another wonderful morning. How you doing? How's everything that side? I'm missing your face. It's been a bit, but I'm here and I'm glad to be here. And we have got an interesting topic that we're going to be talking about. Remember Mangwenya? Remember seasons? Ah, yeah. I'm back with the lady and the gentleman joining me in studio to talk about their latest project and also give us a little bit of feedback on the last time that we had them in studio. Mangwenya, welcome.
Thank you very much,
You're not a
Yvonne.
regular. I'm sure my Zim Daily family is like, yay! And Thabani Mlilo, welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure, and we're honored to be here on the show.
Right, we're talking about women's writers. What are you doing here?
Well, Mangwenya, being the amazing person that she is, called on me to coordinate and help run this project. So, like they say, like minds attract, and we share the same kind of vision of empowering and uplifting those with suppressed voices. So, hence, I had to come on board.
Wow, I love that. I love that. We can't do anything without the men, can we?
No,
Mangwenya, drum roll. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
The last time you were here, we were talking about launching this book, an anthology of short stories by Zimbabwean women. Can you see this? Yeah? It's going for $10.
Yes.
Still $10. So we want you to support this artistic work of women. All right. So tell us what happened. The launch happened.
Oh yeah, the launch
How was it?
happened. We danced, we enjoyed, and it was oversubscribed.
Wow.
Yvonne, last time takataura takati vanhu ngavatumire ma-RSVP. My goodness.
We are Africans. What's our RSVP again? Right?
We planned with a certain number, and then we were sweating, Taban and I, and then the person that we're planning with, we were sweating as people kept on coming.
Right.
But we're so grateful. It's really, the launch went well, and we're getting so much feedback, positive feedback from the people that are buying the book, and also the contributors, who in themselves are also launching their writing careers.
Right. I remember the last time we had the lady
Placidia.
yes, and she was saying, this is my first time to write. Yeah. Awesome. And I know that this particular book launch and this particular project is actually bringing us to yet another project.
Right.
So fill us in. What's up?
So when we wrote this one, it's still making waves. Right now, there's one of the contributors, I'll say her name. Her name is Tsungi. She's in Kenya selling this book as well, amongst her other projects. So we also were identified by an embassy, or we approached them as well. We said, we want to work with you because we amplify voices of women.
Right.
And they said, oh yeah, we want to fund whatever projects that you want to do with women, because we also value the women in Palestine.
Wow.
So we came up with a competition.
Okay. Right. Tell me about this competition.
So this competition, the theme is a cry for hope and freedom, a cry for hope and freedom, amplifying the voices of Palestinian women.
Right.
So women in Palestine are going through a lot. We're women all over
the world,
but we are focusing on women in Palestine because it's funded by the embassy, the state of the Embassy of Palestine. And we're going to be talking about what they are going through and then putting it in words.
Right.
And illustrations.
Okay.
So we have been calling we've been making a call to women from all walks of life who are Zimbabwean to send in their entries, to be creative, to research as well.
Okay.
Because the theme is very important. If anyone writes something that is on Zimbabwean women, that's not going to be accepted. Okay. Because we're saying we are amplifying the voices of Palestinian women.
Right. Palestine?
Yes.
Really? Seriously?
Yes, Palestinian women, and in the spirit of sisterhood,
okay,
women all over the world face similar challenges. But in this context, we want to push people further to do research,
Right.
to understand what's going on with Yvonne, because Yvonne might be facing different challenges.
Yes, in Palestine.
In Palestine, you understand? So we also want to encourage that notion of thinking beyond our borders in terms of coming up with solutions and even identifying the problems.
Right.
Normally, what happens is, as collectives, be it women, be it men, like we tend to look at problems in silos to say, these are unique problems that applies to me, and that becomes the worldview that we have. But with the competition now, we want to say, each and every woman all over the world, there is hope. Yvonne, you've got hope that you're going to have a bigger studio.
Yes.
Right.
You have no idea.
Hope that you want to grow your brand or your specific business.
Right.
And women out there are crying for freedom. So we're saying, take that, put it in writing, but the underlying factor has to identify with women in Palestine.
Right. Yeah, and I think when we look at, I liked what you said, because for me, I think in this broader context, the issues to do with mental health, women tend to think that I'm the only one who's got this problem, and you end up doing the unthinkable just because your mind is not stretching as far to say, these are common problems faced by common women. So how then do we organize ourselves to fight whatever vice it could be and actually build our communities? I'm a development practitioner in training, so I'm getting a bit opened up to viewing the world in a different way.
Right.
So what kind of women? Is it just open to women, Je? No men should send in their stories?
Yeah, so yes, it's that women are the only ones that are going to send in entries. But we're going to have a celebration, and in that, it's going to be open to both women and men.
But men don't write our stories.
No, they don't. Maybe someday, who knows, we're going to open it up to men.
Okay.
But right now, because it's Women Writers Support Network, we are really like focusing mostly on women.
Yeah. All right. And is there an age group that you're expecting to send in their stories? What are the guidelines?
Anyone who can write, really, that's the beauty of it, because they are children, they're girls in Palestine.
Yep.
So
Okay.
if a 10-year-old in Zimbabwe can identify with a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old in Palestine, let them write about that, because we really want to have fun. We want to enjoy all the stories, all the creativity that comes from all the age groups. Yeah, I remember we were getting calls and people were asking, I'm 68 years old. Can I write? I'm like, yeah,
You can.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So again, like seasons, we are launching so many writing careers.
Okay.
Yeah, at any age. So it's open as long as you're female.
All right. So you're female, you're 3, you can write. Please go ahead and bring us a story about kids in Palestine, women in Palestine. Those are the people that I wanted. So this is Behind the Microphone right here on Zimbabwe Daily. We are talking to Mangwenya and Thabani Mlilo, and we're talking about the women's writers competition, looking at what is the theme again? Freedom.
A cry for hope and freedom.
A cry for hope and freedom for women in Palestine. So for those of you who have never been on Google, this is your opportunity to actually make use of your community information centers that have internet accessibility. If you've got your bundle on your phones, you can still make use of it and research on the life of women in Palestine and come up with a creative piece that depicts that life. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Right.
And some beauty of it is that we actually have a WhatsApp group where we share information.
Mhm.
And one time we hosted one representative from the Palestinian embassy, and he shared a lot about the background, the history, where it started, what's happening now.
Mhm.
And we collated that into a booklet that people can then ask for.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
No, that's brilliant. So how do we become members of this WhatsApp group?
as long as you've got WhatsApp and the commitment and the willingness.
Right.
I think like it's a call to all women to take this opportunity and utilize it, because we are, like I would boldly say this, we are the biggest organization promoting women writers right now in Africa.
Right.
Because our books are in Kenya. We've got the Library of Congress that has presence all over the continent. Our books are in their libraries.
Wow.
So if you've access to this rich network, why not utilize the opportunity? And if you've got Mangwenya's number or my number, we can share the link and you become part of the group.
Right.
And interestingly enough, we've hosted sessions and brought in facilitators that women wouldn't have had access to. But because of the power that we have as a collective, hence I'm saying boldly, we are the biggest organization promoting writers, women writers in Africa. So you gotta be part of us. Or watch us win.
Can we get a number for the benefit of our viewers, so that if anyone is interested, they may also just tune in?
So you can give them the number.
Oh, okay. The number is 0775 122 019.
And also, people can join through our Facebook page.
Okay.
It's Women Writers Support Network Africa.
All right.
Yes.
I'm just going to try and take it here. Women's Writers
Support Network Africa.
I like how you go Africa and then you say it's open to anyone who is in Zimbabwe.
So this is the group. This is the group for the women writers that's going beyond this. Now, there is a demand for this.
Right.
When people saw the success of the anthology, they then started saying, we want to join also. So we have chapters in different countries. But this particular competition is open for women, for Zimbabwean women.
All right. What's in it? What's in it? You know, when we say competition, somehow, a prize man. Be careful, women, because I may put on my writing talent on the table and start pursuing this. What are we talking about? What do I walk away with?
So there is money.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to say how much it is because... Let me tell you, Yvonne. Oh my goodness, I'd get calls in the middle of the night.
Right.
I saw about the competition. So what are we winning? How much are we winning? The focus, yes, there is money, there are vouchers, but the focus mainly is on having good stories, experiencing the stories, and also getting published and having your book. Your story.
I was going to ask you, okay, what's going to happen? Okay, so you're going to publish it again?
Yes, all of them, all the entries.
Okay.
In a book. So the fun part is that it's going to be a 3-in-1, in that there's going to be poetry.
Wow. Okay.
There's going to be stories, fiction. There's also going to be non-fiction stories, and there's going to be illustrations.
So the artists in us must awaken.
Yes, please.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. All right. You can, if you're an artist, if you're an illustrator in any way, please do send through your own. Women illustrators, where are you? We need you. So this is your opportunity to rise up. Yeah, it's an opportunity to rise up. All right. So what else? I hear party, whatnot. When is this party? Is the party coming? When is the due date for the, for the story ideas, for the stories? When are the competition coming to the end? I heard party something, are we having a party before the book or before the stories come? Please fill me in on this one. Party, food, nyama.
So the closing date is tomorrow.
The closing date is tomorrow?
Yes. For you to submit your entry. So if you want to submit your...
Oh my God, like right now,
right now, just go to your computer, submit.
Okay, they're submitting to where?
It's info women right women
info dot
info.womenwriters@gmail.com.
All right, we're just gonna put that all of that in the comment section so that in case you were already doing something on this women writers competition, then you can just quickly refer and post to them. Auntie Judith Mangwana, ouch, ouch. Is there an extension? No extension? Nothing like that.
Okay.
Atokwana, atokwana
So
my entries.
we've had a lot of stories coming through.
Okay.
And yes, we still will take,
But
we are really running out of time because we have to be done and have the book out, go through the adjudication process and have the book out so that we have our party as we launch the book.
okay.
Yes.
So there is a party somewhere.
Yes.
Right. So entry submission closes tomorrow.
Yes.
Then what comes after that?
So what comes after that is the adjudication process,
Right.
whereby
You have a team of adjudicators.
experts that
Okay.
will go through the entries and submissions and identify those that align with what we requested for.
Right.
And it's a chance to make history as well, because you don't get to be published and have the book at the embassy of the state of Palestine if you are not part of us.
Right.
So get on it. And we hope and aim that women see beyond just getting the prize.
Right.
But you.
That's why you're not talking about what I'm going to get when I win. Interestingly, that's fine. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. At the end of the day, Mangwenya, I remember sitting with you and asking you why you want people, why you want women in particular to write. And one of the responses was, as what Thabani said, to hear those unheard voices of women, those to allow women to use writing as an outlet for healing and for encouraging the next woman to see beyond their circumstances. And I've got women out there who desire to have their name somewhere in a book, even if it's just their library, but they don't know how to go about it. Now I'm giving you an opportunity to tell these women about the Women Writers Network, about Blue Scroll Consultancy, and about the works that you are looking forward to doing that support women in their diversity.
Yeah. So you really remember a lot. So yes, it is my passion to see women thrive. But unfortunately, you know what? Usually women, like Thabani said, we're just closed in silos. You go through whatever you're going through and you're hidden. You think this is your pain only.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people cannot use their words to talk, but they can write their words. And that's what we're promoting, especially with the women writers. And that's why we're taking it even outside of Zimbabwe, because we've had women from Rwanda saying, we went through genocide and we wanted, someone who's gone through that and say, I want to write about it. In South Africa, in Zambia, in different parts of the world. And we're saying, as women, let's write. Mm-hmm. As we share our stories, you realize that I'm not the only one, and you can get help, and you can also just thrive.
Right.
And with Blue Scroll, we help with publishing because we're the publishing entity, and we've been publishing a lot of stories from both men and women. And me being the person that loves parties, I've been involved in a lot of book launches of late, and dancing and having fun. And I'm saying that after all the hard work of writing, we also help you plan your events so that they go smoothly, so that they're memorable and you enjoy being an author. So I'm saying, get in touch with us. We are all over social media,
right?
In my personal capacity and also with the organizations.
Right. And for Tabani, what's your desire? What's your hope with such projects?
Okay. My hope is to have more people like you, like first thing.
Yes, like me.
Yeah. So I would say hands up to you for creating such a platform. Like it's really important so that we share such information to the whole wide world and the Zimbabwean audience as a whole. So my hope with this, with being part of such projects, is to see women identify the, their crowns. I feel like women have put down their crowns,
I like
you
that.
know, and I see women as queens, and queens should wear their crowns proudly.
Every time.
Exactly. And I believe we live in a world whereby women have forgotten that they have beautiful crowns. And by being involved in such projects, I want them to pick up their crowns and wear them, regardless of where they come from, regardless of their location, regardless of whether they have a degree or not. They have a special crown, and that crown needs to be seen. So that's my hope.
Wow, women, we have a crown and we need to pick up that crown and wear it with pride. It has been a pleasure to have you guys. I don't know if there's anything that I might have missed in this conversation that you may need to tell our people before we close it up.
I just want to say I love you guys and thank you for always supporting us and thank you for always supporting Yvonne and the team. Please, let's keep on writing.
Let's keep on writing, Tabani.
I would say support us, buy the book. We want to reach as many women as possible in all corners of the world. Buy the book, be part of the WhatsApp group as well. Submit for the competitions and be ready to submit your entries for the upcoming anthology. And one special announcement is next year will be a project whereby we promote authors from like diverse backgrounds. So we are going to be creating a book that has all languages, a majority of languages from this country. So Shona, Chewa, Ndebele, and all that.
Wow.
So that's something that we're working on. And thank you for this opportunity. And may the audience and everyone who's tuned in continue to support you and keep shining.
Amen. Keep shining. That's all for me there. And thank you for tuning in to Zimbabwe Daily behind the microphone as we look at the upcoming Women Writers Competition. Guys, if you are just hearing this for the first time, I know you can get into Overdrive today. Overdrive and do submit your own entry by tomorrow. That's the due date, and we are looking forward to the second anthology by women writers, women illustrators, graphic designers, you name it. You know yourself. If you're a creative, create something. If you are an illustrator, show us. The cry for hope and freedom is the theme of this anthology. My name is Yvonne Muchaka, and it's been a pleasure being with you on Zimbabwe Daily. Do continue to like our page, share our content, and tune in again after lunch as we bring to you On Your Life with Coach Mama Lynn. It's Yvonne Muchaka, and it's bye-bye for now.